Hi everybody, and welcome to our Big Brother live feed spoiler show for today, the 29th of July. Gosh, this summer's flying by. You might think it seemed like just yesterday it was June and Big Brother was starting. No, we're at the end of July, which clearly means we have 2 more months of this shit left. 2. Buckle up, Mary. We got so many more twists coming. They gotta twist it, and they gotta flip it around, and they're gonna twist it again. Crazy. We have so much more of this season still left that, God, it makes me remember how much I can't stand Cliff for ruining the whole season. Hey, Cliff, remember last week? Remember last week when you could have saved the season and you decided not to? Me too. Normally, I'm all for people preserving their game. Normally, Cliff, I'm the spokesperson for a boring game sucks for all of us, but it's what they have to do to win the game, so we're going to understand that they need to do what's good for them and their lives and their family. But Cliff, you know what's stupid? Killing the feeds and letting a steamroll happen just so that you can make it to jury with no chance of winning the game. In that case, I'm still not a fan of you. Clifford. It's fine, I'll give you a second chance when you get out of the house like I do everyone. Just right now, I'm letting you know, Cliff. You have your number. Did you see the conspiracy theory that Jackson really won veto last week? No, I did not see that conspiracy theory, and guess what? I don't care. Oh, didn't really win the veto last week. Did I say did? Yes, didn't. Obviously. Yeah, no, I don't care. He won it. It doesn't matter. Whether he did or didn't, doesn't matter because he did and we've moved on. We're not in that week. We can't be up to this part of the season already. This part doesn't happen till later. Our whole Tyler's feet were off the disc. Julie Chen is going to say that the HOH is invalidated on Thursday night and someone else is the winner. And now they put up 2 new Oh, the straws that we all grasp onto each season is fun. But we know that none of it will really happen nor matter. You hope Nicole is safe. Well, I'm going to tell you all the details that are leading up to is Nicole safe or not in a minute. Because first, I have to let you know that if you guys are watching this live, but if you missed any of our previous shows, they're over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB21. You can see where you're placing in the trash draft. I saw a lot of people talking about that today. You can get flashback times. Obviously, watch these daily live feed update shows that you've missed. And see information from all past seasons over on our website. Just switch the /BB21 for /BB, whatever season you want to watch the shows for. And hey, by the way, it also works for BB Can, speaking about Ryan. We've been covering Big Brother Canada for every season. We've interviewed every house guest that's ever been on BB Can, ever. We have BB Can house tours, BB Can blogs, BB Can recaps. We are so full of BB Can, years before anybody else even cared about him. We did, because we love him. Check it all out, all on our website. And, you know, we cover other reality TV shows too, but I think you guys all already know that. Now, I will say that yesterday's Paul show is now up. If you missed the show yesterday with Paul and Comedy Jonah, there's concert ticket giveaways, there's announcements. There is a lot in that Paul show crammed into 1 hour. So if you guys missed the Paul show, it is up now everywhere. I hope that you guys go check it out. And speaking of it being up and checking it out, I would like to give a special shout out to Wispifistisis of Isis and at NightlyFly69 on Twitter. Because here's what you guys don't know. Here's what you guys don't know. I'm on to you all, okay? I'm on to you all right? You guys are all like, of course we watch the shows back, Eric. Oh, we don't skip over your intro, Eric. Oh, we don't skip over your outro, Eric. No, we don't do that ever. Well, guess what? I've been putting stuff in the intro and the outros, like prizes and codes and fun things. And oh, guess what? I now know who cares. People like Wispavis of Isis and Nightly, whatever I just said on Twitter. Because they let me know that they saw the special parts hidden in intros and outros of the show. I know, you all think it's the same rigmarole every day. Just like right now, people have skipped over this intro because they're like, oh, he just put up the website address. We have to watch him go through PayPal and Twitter and blah, 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 blah. We're just going to wait until all those little things are done and then we'll hit play. Oh, well, then they missed this again, didn't they? Didn't they? I mean, you guys are watching live, so you're trapped here. You really have no choice. You're trapped here. You have no choice. I'm talking about the people who are watching it back. Because speaking of, you could be watching these shows live over on TV Co. Just go to yourrealityrecaps.com/TV Co. Download the app, which is all new. It is all new today. There is a new update. Now, my video is at the top. Chat is below it. You don't have to worry about chat cutting off the video anymore for people that were worried about that. And landscape mode is now a feature, so you can turn your phones and have us be widescreen, full screen, so they are listening to you guys. They are making changes. Of course, they're still working on the video quality, but those are two big steps that have been done, which is very exciting. So make sure you guys update the app, download it, and of course, you can also watch in a web browser. I always tweet out the link before I go live. You just can't chat. If you're watching in the web browser, you just can't chat. I see Ella B. Danny says, I love the flip thing, but then I can't see chat. I'm pretty sure you just need to swipe. Sorry. Holding for chapstick. Is that creepy? Maybe you just swipe and then it brings up chat. Or the 3 little dots to bring up chat. Also, 3 little dots to share the show now that we're live. Oh, good. Okay, Ryan's back, so everyone stop talking about him. Maybe can Ryan in the chat. I think Rockstar was here before too. Our chats are just crazy live. So many fun friends. Moist lips sink ships. It's very... I don't know what's happening. It's 1,000 degrees. I feel like I don't want to talk about it. We're going to move on. We're going to move on and tell everybody that if you don't have the feeds by this point in the season, you're clearly not getting them. But I have to say, yourrealityrecaps.com/feeds if you don't have them, and yourrealityrecaps.com/updaters if you want to be a live feed updater. You can watch the feeds for free. We promote you. You win prizes. It's amazing. Of course, if you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron. yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows, the after shows with the house guests. We are having Ovi on this week, so that is exciting. You'll get that after show if you're a patron. Of course, John's cooking shows are only for the patrons, where he cooks meals, talks reality TV, and then gives away a week's worth of free home delivery meals to you guys. So love that for the patrons. You can also do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal, or if you have any Amazon shopping to do, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. You don't pay any more. Really helps us out. You can click on the link in the sidebar if you're watching on our website. One of the best places to watch to help us out. If you are watching on YouTube, thumbs up and subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the bell, iTunes, 5-star rating, and a nice review, and just share our stuff on social media. Just share it on social media. Can this intro get any longer? Says Dee Dee in the chat. It can, Dee Dee, because I'm going to tell people, last season, the live feed updaters, One of the prizes that they got was a beautiful crocheted blanket made by Dee Dee, which had like your reality live feed updaters on it. She made them, and we got them to give away to live feed updaters as one of their prizes. And I just want to say, follow Dee Dee on Twitter if you want any beautiful things that are crocheted and handmade. See, Dee Dee? It can get longer. Look, the choice is yours, guys. I don't know if you guys only live here on our show. Like, maybe you go watch other, podcasts. I don't mean about Big Brother, about anything like I do. There's easily 5 minutes of commercials in all of those shows. Commercials that are like, buy a chocolate dipped strawberry. I love them. They're the best. Oh, God, I love strawberries dipped in chocolate that cost $30. You know what's cheap? Going to the supermarket, getting strawberries for $3, buying a bag of melting chocolate. It's another $1. Microwave that shit, dunk the strawberry in it, put it on the plate, and your loved one will actually feel like you cared about them. You weren't just an afterthought that they spent an insane amount of money on. So would you guys like sponsored commercials for 5 minutes all over these shows? I don't think you would. So you're going to have to listen to me ramble at the beginning on ways that you can support us. Just think of us like CBS or PBS. I mean PBS. Where do I get some of those Sherry's Berries? Well, that's great. You just use code whatever the fuck you want. So simply go to Sherry's Berry, click on the microphone, and type in the code whatever the fuck you want. And I'm sure somebody will get, I'm sure somebody has it. I'm sure Rob has Sherry's Berries, probably. Probably RHAP would work, but I don't know. So don't think that you're helping them and then putting that in, then I don't know if it's not a thing or not. As a matter of fact, I think there is also yourrealityrecaps.com/whatever the fuck you want. I think that actually is a web page of us as well. For all the people that couldn't figure out that all you have to do is type / and whatever you want to get to whatever you want from us. Like /Facebook, /Twitter, /Pinterest, /feeds, or whatever. You just / it and go. People weren't getting that, so I made one / whatever the fuck you want. I don't know where it takes you. Whatever. You love Sherry Blackberry. I love Sherry Blackberries too. And you know what else I love? Big Brother. So that is what we are here to talk about 9,000 minutes into the show. That's what we are here to talk about. Did you see my pro tip today on the Updaters account? I didn't include whatever you want. Oh, no, I must have missed your pro tip. But yes, another great thing. Make sure you guys are following at BB21 Live Feeds on Twitter. That's where you get your 24/7 live feed updates all day. The live feed updaters really are amazing. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I see a lot of people that are up, not up when the feeds come on, and I see many people that go to bed hours before the feeds are done for the day and call it a day, but not our little crew. They're always updating the feeds whenever they're on, and I think they're all the best. That being said, Holly, and Jackson. Ugh. Holly and Jackson. If I would have guessed what a bad week would be like, I just don't even know that I was going to be subjected to so much Holly and Jackson this week. Yeah, hashtag Beth. I mean, look. Full disclosure, a lot of things have come to light in the past 24 hours. Not that anything is really going to happen, but it is very clear that there are cracks in the foundation that we can kind of see where people are going to start to go, probably in 2 weeks. I really don't see anybody making a move until we have Nicole out and probably Nick out. I don't see people I think it is very safe for, the Christies, the Hollies, the Jacksons, the Jacks, the Tommies. I think it is very safe for them to keep going after people like Sam, Nick, Nicole. Just play it easy. Why are we going to turn our alliance on each other right now and then let those people like the Cliffs, the Jessicas, the Nicoles, the Sams, the Nicks, let them rally the people from our own alliance that are going against each other in order to make moves? Let's just stay on course and keep picking those people off. In my opinion, that is what will happen the next two weeks, probably. I don't think we're going to have any big blindsides or anything happening. I think Cliff lined up the dominoes for the blindside last week, and now we're just going to watch them fall one by one, super boring for the next 2 weeks. Now, and then I'll get excited again once they have to start turning against each other. So maybe the conversations that have happened in the past 24 hours will be a foreshadowing of the way they're going to turn on each other once they start doing it. But in my opinion, God, I've never wanted to be more wrong about something, but in my opinion, that will not be happening for 2 weeks unless this whole bus road trip thing is amazing. Unless whoever goes on this bus ride is gonna do something to drastically alter the game, which I don't see happening. So Ella B. Danny says, why are they scared of Nicole? Because they know we like her? Well, let's backtrack. So pretty much when we last left off, the nominees, to nobody's surprise, were Sam and Nick. So no surprise there. And then Nick, of course, as, I guess we didn't see yet, that'd be Wednesday's show. And then Nick ended up winning the POV. So now Nick has to come down. Christy's power is still in play for 1 more week. So technically, Christy could take control of that power if she wanted to, but let's face it, she's not going to. JJ Wisconsin says, to be fair, they are a 6-person alliance and there are still 12 house guests. Even if you don't like them, and we don't, it's good for their game not to turn on their own so early. Right, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't make any sense. That's why I don't believe, yes, these people, as we're going to discuss, and we have clips, they're going to start getting suspicious of each other. Even our side, even the side that we, like, is starting to argue amongst themselves. But none of it matters. None of it matters. So basically, Holly and Jackson, after POV, now they have to really decide what is Holly going to do? Who is she going to put up as the replacement? And it really seems like they really at first wanted Nicole to go up. And Jack kind of talked to them. And Holly and Jackson, by the way, side note, or not so much Holly, but very much Jackson, trust Jack way too much. And as much as I know we all don't love Jack, I really do feel like Jack could end up being the person to end Jackson's game. Because Jackson stupidly tells Jack way too much stuff. And I really do feel like Jack's bond with Christy, and you can disagree with me all you want, but I feel like Jack's bond with Christy is stronger than his bond with Jackson. I'm just putting that out there. I think at the end of the day, Jack will put his loyalty to Christy over Jackson. And I know that is a very controversial topic in the sense that people strongly disagree with me. Well, I hope that we get to the scenario where we get to see. But I see people are agreeing with me in chat. BB Boston agrees. Michelle says maybe. Annie agrees with me. All right, so there are people that agree with me. Christy wants Jackson out and Jackson wants Christy out. Sure. Well, I mean, so that's where we're going. So, when Holly and Jackson and Jack are talking, Jackson kind of floats the idea like, well, now just hypothetically, Jack. I mean, what if we went after like a Christy or a Tommy? I mean, I'm not saying we're doing it. I'm just saying, like, is there a benefit to keeping Sam? And if we wanted to figure out a benefit of keeping Sam, then one of those could be that he would work with us, but then who would go up? I'm just going to pick somebody at random. I mean, just random, because I'm not targeting anybody. I'm going to just say, what about Christy? Just completely randomly. I'm not targeting her. I'm just saying. I'm just picking a name. I could have picked peanut butter in this example, but I just chose a name. Christy's the first that came to my head. So Jack, would that be beneficial? I mean, was that something you'd want to do? And Jack is like, like hypothetically, no, too early. Okay, so then, Kat in the, I was going to say stupidest move ever, but again, she thinks that the moon landing is fake. And she thinks that Tupac is alive. So I'm really not that surprised that she also volunteers to be the replacement. So in a not so much spoiler alert, when the feeds come back, Kat is the one that's going to be on the block. But I cannot believe that Kat volunteered. Now look, a lot can happen. It's Monday. We got to make it to Thursday. As of right now, there is no way that Sam is staying. But again, Thursday is a long ways away. Debbie Dawn says the BB21 motto, it's too early. Right, and it's never too early. Stop thinking it's too early. Again, when you are in power, that is when you strike. You strike when you are in power. You do not know when you will be in power again. But now, here is the interesting part. So when Kat was talking to, like, Jackson and Holly, she gave them the ammunition against Christy and Tommy, because Kat told them that Christy and Tommy told her they do not want to go past 6 or to the 6 with the couples. So basically, Kat is telling Holly and Jackson that Christy and Tommy want to go after couples. And hey, guess who's the couple? You are. You and Jackson. And then, of course, Jackson was like, okay, first of all, I'm fucking offended because I just want you to know I broke up with Holly last week, so we are no longer a couple. Now, I got back with her this week because she is HOH, but I have our breakup scheduled for 5 minutes after the eviction on Thursday. So we are no longer a couple, so somebody needs to get that message back to Christy. Okay? Please get that message back to Christy. We'll be breaking up 5 minutes after the HOH comp on Thursday. Thank you. Christy literally does everything the others does. The others says, what? Christy literally does everything she says others are doing. Oh, right. Christy is crazy. Again, that is why I'm telling all of you, do not vote Christy. Christy is not winning this game. Christy is not making it to Final 2. But Christy's paranoia is going to make fun feeds. Do not jeopardize Christy's game in voting for this send the people on the trip thing. Vote Tommy. Jack, Jackson, Tommy. There you go. Tommy being out hurts Christy. You get to still hurt her, and she's not winning this game. You need to leave her in the game to create paranoia. Because Christy is also like going off the deep end. She's like, I don't know. I'm not trusting Jackson and Holly. I don't like the way Jackson talks to women. I think maybe we need to consider making a move. Is now the time that I could make the move? Should I be using my power? Like a lot of people were thinking, because basically, Christy wants to go after Jackson. Jackson wants to go after Christy. Everybody kind of wants to go after Nicole, which is super annoying to me. But Kat volunteered herself and gave the easy out for a lot of people. Annie says, I truly believe Christy and Tommy's aunt are still together and that the breakup is fake. I don't know why they would need to fake it. Like, production knew. Production knew, so I don't know why they would need to waste the lie of faking it. Tommy and Christy are too close. Annie! Let me explain something to you really quickly, Annie. As a gay, like I'm a gay, Tommy's a gay, although we are not made from the same gay cloth. But there is something we have in common, and it is our ability to bond with female relatives, especially those that are lesbians and not a part of our family. Like, as a gay man, you are attracted to the in-laws related to your family. You just are. You're like, oh, God, my family. But, ooh, I love the person my brother's dating or my sister's dating or my aunt's dating. And then they get to be a lesbian on top of that. Then you have, like, this instant connection. So I just think that's why they're probably close. They're both young and gay. That's probably where their bond was. I feel like Tommy is going to get sick of being linked to Christy, especially since she runs her mouth too much. No, she's not. He's not. Breezy girl. He's not going to get tired. He's not going to get tired of Christy. At the end of the day, Christy and Tommy have something that nobody else in the house has. They have a real life connection. And that, in a house of you never know who is lying and you never know who is telling the truth, that is something that is really the most valuable in this game. I think Tommy and Christy both know that the other one is never going to lie to them or try and steer them in the other direction. They have like a foundation of trust that nobody else in that house has. So I don't think either one of them are going to do anything intentionally to ruin it. Now, if Christy's back is against the wall and she's on the block and her only way to save her game is to sell Tommy out, okay, I can see her doing that. But until it gets to that point, I don't think either one of them are going to be trying to plant seeds with people to get the other one out. I don't see that happening at all. It would be really stupid if they did. It would be really stupid if they did. Okay. So Kat is going to go on the block. So then Kat told Tommy and Holly that. Kat told the Tommy and Holly about what Christy said. So then Jackson and Holly. Did I just say Tommy and Holly? There's so many names of the same. They're going to end up confronting Christy and Tommy about it. I have clips of a lot of this. I feel like I'm explaining a lot of what happened, but I also have the clips for it. And I also have a question. I also have a question before we start pulling up our clips. I do agree, and I think if you've watched this show for years, you know that 98% of the time I really don't ever go for jokes that have to do with these house guests' appearance or stuff like that, because I just feel like that's just, you don't need to make fun of things that people can't really control. That being said, I need to know if this photo is photoshopped. I need to know if this is for real or this is Photoshop. And you're not making fun of it. I just need to know, is that really Jackson now? Like, in a month, he's gone from where I am to over there. He just looks like he went from, like, ripped to, like, pot belly dad bod. Like, it has to be photoshopped. It 100% has to be a photoshopped photo. I just find it hard to believe that that's really him. People are saying it looks photoshopped. Yeah, because I feel like I see him on the feeds and I mean, he definitely doesn't go shirtless like he used to all the time. But I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. But I saw it 2 minutes before I went live, and I was going to go research it, and I was like, I'm going live. People in me chat will know. People in me chat will know. So I was like, I'm just going to do that. What do you expect? You might as well pull a chair up to the fridge. He's young. You know how much I ate when I was his age? A ton. Okay, so let's look at some clips. The first one, so like I was saying before, or maybe I didn't say this before. Sam was unsure how to campaign before nominations were made. He stupidly went to Christy and was like, I'm not sure how to campaign to Holly. And one of the bits of advice that Christy gave Sam was, don't use names, because if you use names when you're campaigning, then people are going to have stuff to use against you, yada, yada, yada. So it cut to like a little bit later. It is Sam, Jessica, who else is here? Sam, Jessica, I think it's Tommy, and Christy are now, or specifically Jessica and Sam, are kind of arguing about how Sam went about with his campaigning.
Well, now that we're being honest, Sam, I remember a conversation that we had where you specifically told me that you would never put me up, and we had those conversations.
Right.
But yet I'm hearing all around the house that I'm like your number one target for some reason.
Not.
First of all, Jessica, again, with so much love and respect to you as the amazing woman that I am sure you are outside of this game. And I love that you're all female empowerment, and I love all of the real world things about Jessica. However, holy shitballs, Jessica, in this game, you are clueless. You have no clue what's going on. You're literally adding nothing other than stopping actual plans, which would be helpful. Now you're literally going to call Sam out in front of Jack and Christy. This is your great move, Jess. Just call Sam out in front of Jack and Christy, as if they don't have enough ammunition against all of you already. This is such a smart idea, Jessica.
However, the things you have said to me have been super hurtful, and
The things I said to you, how?
that I'm emotionally unavailable, my mole on my leg.
I'm emotionally unavailable and have a mole. Just so you guys know, for those of you who come to like our late night Twitch shows, sometimes, like 60-40. So this would be the 40. There's, arguing that happens in a high stakes, stressful game. I am now going to use the insult, towards Lindsay, New Jersey girl, whoever. I'm going to use you're emotionally unavailable and have a mole on your leg the next time that I get angry in Fortnite. Let's keep going.
What was
What?
what was the first one? What was the very first story? Oh, that I'm a child and I probably play with my boys' toys in their toy room.
You cannot be serious right now. I want to point out that this can't be a serious unless Sam's a genius. Unless Sam's thought process right now is Jessica is such an idiot. She's actually trying to have this conversation in front of Christy and Jack that I am going to try and make the most inane, nonsensical argument to derail this conversation so that we don't give them any information. So, is Jack just being a genius mastermind right now? I mean, is Nick, oh my God. I know how your parents feel when they run through all their kids' names. Sam. Is Sam just being a genius mastermind right now? Sadly, I don't think so.
You're serious about this?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the way that you talk to everybody else and play around with them that's nothing comparable to how I can discuss things with you. And when I said emotionally unavailable, I also admitted that came out wrong. That's a term, but this is what it means. And you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
But did you notice everyone was dying laughing because they knew I was like, okay, cool. Did you hear Nick and Belle screaming, laughing because they all knew that
then why didn't you tell me that bothered you? I say that you a lot of people here have said that you look like a cute child. You are a good-looking guy that looks young and you have a childlike presence to you. I wasn't trying to emasculate you. I think that we could have a grown conversation.
Did she just say he looks like a cute child? 'Cause that's creepy.
And you say, I'm going to put you up because you talked about my mole on my leg?
I never said that.
But you just said it right now, the mole
on
your leg.
Right.
You're you talked about my mole on my leg.
That
and I
bothered
said,
me. That bothered me because
I asked you I was like, is this okay?
It really is funny that Jack just turned and went into the corner. It really is funny that if you've missed it, Jack literally just turned around and had to go into the corner because he's laughing that in the game of Big Brother, the argument is you have a mole on your leg and you play with children's toys / you're like a sexy baby. Let's see how this wraps up.
Genuinely concerned about oh, is that a mole? What is that?
But obviously it is.
No, obviously it's not. I did not know that was a thing. Okay, so then it's just basically the way you feel that I am
existing
to you,
breathing,
and
playing this game, all of the above. Those are your answers, Sam. It's the way she's thinking, breathing, acting, playing this game so freaking horribly. She knows how to say absolutely nothing quite well. No, she makes no sense. Look, the times when she made some bit of sense was when she would do stuff like convince Cliff that going with the other side is a smart move. So that was really helpful. Yay for convincing Cliff to go with the other side. Thanks, Jessica. You're doing great. You're really helping us wonderfully. Whose Twitter has that clip? Power of Cheeto 2. 1. Power of Cheeto 1 has that clip. So now I would like to point out. So now a little bit after this, like a little bit after this, some of you might have seen that Christy and Tommy have been covered completely in the red. Like, now the red has consumed their bodies. They still aren't allowed outside. They aren't allowed to do anything. They are just wretchedly covered from head to toe with the red. This has to be the lowest IQ season ever. Yeah. I'm trying to find the... Okay, I got it right here. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. There's a very important reason I'm bringing this up. So, here is the Tommy and the Christy now that they're full on red.
Hey everyone! Who wants to see our poison ivy treatment?
Oh my god!
Yay.
Oh my god, they're in calamine lotion!
Wow!
Come downstairs!
Wow!
Okay.
Oh my god!
At least we
you
feel
guys are
well.
full rested.
You look so good. Oh my god.
Now
It's gone.
nothing.
I mean, I'm not itching anymore. I'm good.
Tommy, your
Oh my
abs
God.
look ripped.
Wow. Wow.
Nothing, and I want to point out, nothing will ever be as bad as the version of this punishment, as the Amanda having to keep dyeing herself orange. Wasn't that Amanda who had to, like, dye herself orange over and over and over and over and over again? It was spray tan, but I feel like it was orange dye. Wasn't it? And then that shit did not come off for, like, weeks. This stuff comes off. Hers did not come off, so that was messed up. Now, here's the point why I'm telling you this. Because this is obviously some sort of, like, body paint or something. Cut to Tommy, okay? Cut to Tommy, who now, moments after this, is like, I don't feel good. I think I'm sick. This paint is doing something to me. I don't like it. It's making me feel ill. I feel like my body can't breathe. My pores are clogged. I'm dying. This is bad. I might need a doctor. Okay, so Tommy was being, and he wasn't being funny, he was being, like, super dramatic. I was really hoping for the clip of that, but I couldn't find it. Just because I want you to then understand, this is literally the way this all went down. Come out of the room. 5 minutes later, Tommy complaining that he's sick and doesn't feel well and maybe needs a doctor, that the paint all over his body is affecting him, and and how can Big Brother let him do this? Then, cut to 3 minutes later, this.
Oh shit.
Corner, turn. And finger guns. Lasso. Oh man. Hammer time. Boom. On the way. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So Tommy had a miraculous recovery and is doing quite well. Now, apparently the cure for not feeling well and hating your punishment and thinking that you need a doctor and almost dying is just a choreographed dance routine. Nothing cures my pores are closed from the latex paint and I'm dying like a spiritual choreographed number by your favorite little gay. I mean, not little gay, that's JC, but your medium-sized gay. Dance will save your life, I agree. Dance will save your life. Okay, so he started feeling ill after the dance. I thought it was before the dance. I thought the feeling sick was before the dance. And then he really ramped it up after the dance. Oh, it was. Okay, fine then. I stand correct. Well, my story is still funnier the way I remembered it, okay? Story is still funnier the way I remembered it. Let's just go with the way I remembered it. That's all that matters. Yeah, sure. Feeds are back. Hey, everyone, guess what? Cat's on the block. Cat's on the block, but I will have chat confirm it. I will have chat confirm it, or you guys can go ahead and watch the feeds. I'm going to keep updating because we still have a few more clips. We still have a few more clips to show. So, it is Michelle G. Cat is the pawn. Cat is the pawn. Okay, so you saw you have a mole on your leg. You have a mole on your leg and you play with kitty toys and you look like a sexy baby argument. So I bet you're all, so the logical conclusion that we would all be having is, I wonder what happened after a sexy baby mole leg argument. Well, as it turns out, I have it for you right here.
I have no problem going to guys and like telling them like one thing because you could curse at them, you could bust their balls, and I don't treat women a certain way, but I want to show like respect to women in a way where like it'd be so much more harder for me to come up to you and be like, hey, just let you know, you hurt my feelings. You know, because like, how's that fair to you? Because then you might start being like, okay, how? And then you would be sad because all of a sudden I'm coming to you blinded instead of me going to like a guy and be like, screw you, you did this, you did that, blah blah. And it's a big ball busting thing, and I just can't, like, I have a hard time portraying that to women because I don't want to like be.
Because women are stupid, Jessica. You know what I'm saying? I have to mansplain it to you, 'cause you couldn't possibly understand it any other way. See how I'm talking really slow to you now, Jessica? I'm hoping you can understand it's because I'm a man and have to talk differently to you 'cause you are a woman. Also, I drive a truck. I was just like, oh, God, Sam, stop talking. Just stop talking. And by the way, this is the same exact Sam who is like, I can't shout out people because I don't want my wife to be mad if I were to shout out other women and not her. This is the same Sam who's like, I can't be seen even sitting on the same bed as another woman. Sam just got a lot of stuff he's got to work through. Sam has a lot of stuff he has to work through. Sam is validated talking to Jess like this. I'm sure in his mind he thinks he's validated. I think it's funny that Jess thinks she's important. Oh, 100%. And as a matter of fact, I don't even want to listen to any more of this conversation. You guys got the point. It's a lot of Sam with hands on shoulders mansplaining to Jessica why he talks and acts the way that he does. We get it. You're a truck driver. You hang out with guys, you ride the big rig, and you like to do things like go, Sabba! Got it! Which is really fucking annoying. And it's not, and you know what? I want to say it's not going to catch on. I'm just telling you right now, get ready for the shirts. There's going to be shirt. If there's not shirts already, the shirts are coming when he gets off the show. The shirts are coming when he gets off the show. So just don't even worry about that. Okay. So, the next clip, I don't know if this is the one where Kat specifically tells them about the Christy and the Tommy, but I think it might be.
Oh, that whole thing about Christy and Tommy, that was what I told you, right?
Yeah, Sis told me also. Sis just told me on the hammock.
Well,
Sis told me and
okay,
Jackson on the hammock.
I'm going to tell you something that...
I didn't tell them that you said a word.
No, I'm going to tell you something that is a lesson of how you can, like, why you cannot trust anyone in the house.
Great.
Uh-huh.
What?
Spit it out,
Please,
Kat.
please,
Lay it on
don't-
me.
Please don't do anything or say anything or do anything. But sis pretty much just went to Christy and Tommy and was like, "Hey, we need to talk." And then she was like, "Someone told Holly that you two had a plan, or that you two thought that she had a plan." Like basically like what I told you. But
Sis just told me that.
yeah, but sis just went to them and said, "We need to talk." Holly just told me that someone told her like that. So then I was like, "Fuck." That's what I told her.
Sis just told me and Jackson that.
Well, then
Because
then sis just went to them and acted like someone had
Because
told
I was
y'all
like
that.
frustrated because I was like, I feel like everybody's getting paranoid because everybody is, because they're like, what are you gonna do? Da, 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 da.
I'm trying not to
whatever.
talk
I
to
can-
confuse you
I
guys.
can
Just
fix that
like-
because all.
But sis pretty much just like tried to play both sides, I guess.
So
I've
are
just
you.
been afraid that she was gonna do. Okay. fuck.
Yeah, because
So,
then
wait.
I was sitting there and I was like, "Fuck," and then I was like stuck in this
Were
room.
you in the room?
Yeah.
When that happened? Okay. So
And then Tommy was scared, like because the whole thing about like Tommy coming up with like the alliance thing, and then Tommy was
with
like,
what?
I never, like Tommy saying like, "Oh, like you're doing this for the alliance, right?" Who told you? Or
Tommy.
Well, she like told him that, and then Tommy was all upset, and he was like, "I never said that." He's like, "I never." And then I was like,
So basically, as I told you guys earlier, it was Kat that told Holly and Jackson, but now they're kind of blaming it on Annalise. Now they're basically going to try and blame that conversation on Annalise. But wait, why doesn't Kat like sis? I don't know what the like origin of why she doesn't like, why they don't like her, honestly. I don't think she's really done anything. Yeah, I guess maybe just jealousy. But now Holly needs to go do the damage control for this situation.
Your guns, and we all respected it. And you are HOH now. And I, even before the veto, even before I got picked, me and you talked about it. That like, no matter what you want, I will do, because I know that like, yes, we're an alliance, but it's still your HOH.
100%.
And that's why when we had this convo earlier, like, I told you, yes, I think it's smarter to get Sam out, because at this point of the game, I think
Smart
we
to
want
get
to
Sam
get
out.
rid of bigger threats, and he's winning more shit.
Them. Yeah.
But if you don't feel that way, and I've said this before, and I will continue to say, and I really, really, really mean it.
Really
no
means
matter what you want, I will do, and I will respect it, and I really mean it.
Unless you
Which
want
I
me to have sex with a woman, then I'm out.
But that's what everybody
much.
should be saying to you too. Like it shouldn't matter what anyone else thinks is right. We give you all our input. We leave it there, and then I mean I support.
It just makes me nervous because, like, literally just now, sis said that also people think that because Jackson and I are upstairs in the HOH room, it means that we're conspiring and that we're plotting some big thing and that we're going to start working with.
No,
I think that
the
that's
only
being
thing
bad.
I'll
I
be
think that
honest,
that's
and
being-
I had a moment where I was like, but I said this too.
Okay, now that is true. Christy and Tommy did feel that she didn't understand why Holly and Jackson were entertaining talking to Sam. You know, Christy's paranoia. Again, another reason why I say I don't want Christy out of this game. Because she was spiraling and like, I couldn't go to sleep and I felt so sick and then I woke up this morning and I was horrible and blah, 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 blah. Because she is now, or was for a little while, convinced that Holly and Jackson would end up keeping Sam, working with Sam and Nick and Nicole, is what Christy was a little bit worried about. I just got home from work, so I haven't seen the live feeds today. Sis is going up. It's already done, and Kat is up.
You too. I was like, I guess I just like don't understand like what would be the reasoning for putting up Nicole. Like that's what I was saying. If you did want her to go, but then once I spoke to you about it and you gave me your reasoning,
Yeah.
before I heard your reasoning on it, I was like, I don't know, like, what would be the reasoning for them wanting Sam to stay? Like, do you think that, like, she really believes that they're the bottom of the totem pole and that we would gun for them? And do you think that Sam's up there convincing them that they're gonna be more valuable because we're gonna pick you off? Like, I was saying that was like a worry of mine.
No, Kat told me that.
I hope you guys didn't really believe that, but once I heard your reasoning for you wanting on Nicole, like, that was not even
having my name in your mouth. Nicole continues to do that. And when she talked to me today, it was bad energy. She was so nervous the whole time, and I don't know if she was nervous just because she's a nervous person or because she had a guilty fucking conscience. But she was so...
What is she saying about you? Like, I don't know about it.
Okay, so now they're talking about Nicole. So, I mean, this is the part that annoys me, too, with these people now. Like, Nicole has become the new scapegoat. What exactly is it you don't trust about Nicole, Holly? Why do you think Nicole is so sketchy exactly? Nicole's just afraid to talk to anybody because you've all, like, attack her anytime she tries to do anything and accuse her of everything. Which, by the way, it sucks because I think it's the thing that... I don't really see any chance for Nicole to win this game. Nicole does not... I love Nicole. Nicole is probably my favorite person left in that house. I can't wait to do shows with Nicole and talk to Nicole. And Nicole is right by me, so yay for all of that. But that being said, I just don't think Nicole has within her this go-round what it will take to rally an army and make a move against these people. She's just too emotionally hurt in this game. She is operating in this game way too much on emotions. And the plus side of being somebody that operates in this game on too much emotion is that we, the fans, will love you because you're being an emotional person, and we love to see that, and we want to root for that, and we want you to win, but we won't because you're an emotional player. And the flip side of that is somebody that plays the game with no emotions. That goes far, and then we don't really like those people. So like the Jacksons, that play it like very kind of stone cold. You got to be like a mix of the middle. You have to play it almost without emotion, but show us that you have emotion. So just fake the emotion. I like to root for the good guys and girls. I don't really care about good or bad. I just don't want you to be like... It's Big Brother. I realize you can't be good in a game of lying and screwing people over, but I don't know. I know you can't be good in a game of lying and screwing people over, I guess is the point. So anyway, so now Jackson has decided, after hearing about the coming after the couples and the yada yada yada, now Jackson has decided, well, if Chrissy and Tommy are saying that, then I need to talk to Christy / and Tommy. So here's a little bit of that.
Okay.
Whoa.
So somehow or another, at some point, it was brought to Holly and mine's attention, unbeknownst to me,
that you ate all the goddamn watermelon. So I want to know right now, you little bitch, before this POV ceremony happens, are you going to regurgitate that watermelon? Because I swear to God, if I find out that you ate my watermelon, you will rue the day you're... Oh, now wait a minute. You kind of look like a watermelon. You're deliciously pink and green. Just let me nibble on your hand. If you let me nibble on your hand and pretend like you're a giant human watermelon, we can continue this conversation.
that it is claimed that Holly and I are working with Naked Sam.
Oh my God, who said this? Kat said
It had to be Kat. Yeah.
Kat is freaking the fuck out because she doesn't think she's gonna go up as a pawn even though she's begging.
What did I say would happen?
It has to be Kat. It couldn't possibly be Christy that spreads things around this house. It's only Kat.
Yeah.
What did I fucking say? What happened?
I know exactly what it is, but
well, no, you finish. Go ahead. You can totally finish, but I literally.
no, but yes, but
What?
all answers will be answered. Continue though. I want to hear exactly what.
Yeah, I am curious how it was. What was constructed?
So
she's frantically going around today, picking her face, saying how she's PMSing, she's mad at Sam, and this is what. Go ahead, go.
Okay. So, allegedly, Holly and I are working with Nick and Sam, which is comical. It's also, might as well put a gun to both of our heads because it's a suicide mission.
Yep.
It's also week 5. Why? There's so many reasons for why this is
you don't
bullshit.
even have to explain
There's so many
that it's
reasons
not
for this is
true.
bullshit. However, let me just explain one thing. One, this is not Holly and mine's HOH. And I've made it very clear to Tommy when they've asked me, to Tommy,
told me.
and to Cliff, Sam, Nick, Jess, Kat,
Me, you
anyone that
and
asks me,
Mr.
talk to her, what's going on? Am I safe? Am I good? What's going on? Am I going up? Am I doing this? I've literally said the same thing to everybody. I'm not speaking for Holly. This is her HOH. She won that key. It's her room. She's making those decisions and her one-on-ones. Any one-on-one, I walk out. I get out of there. I'm not about to look like Nick and Bella, who was moving her shit up the night that he won in his ear for every fucking one-on-one.
No.
That's bullshit. This is her decision. This is her HOH. These are her nominations. This is her veto. This is her eviction. This is her week. I'm going to sit down with the common folk and fucking applaud.
The common folk is who he's going to sit down with. Right. No one believes you, but kudos for not being in the room, Jackson. You know, look, we all know what happened. The feeds have come back, and the plan went exactly the way that we thought that it would. Kat ended up on the block as the pawn, and Sam will be the one to go home this week. But I mean, that's not really a surprise to any of us. At least Jackson told the truth, that it was Kat that told them. As much as I hate him, at least he's telling the truth. Yeah, I mean, I feel Jack does too. I feel Jax and Jackson are very much straight shooters. I feel Jack and Jackson are very much straight shooters in this game. I am a straight shooter as well. Watch, ready? Watch this. Ready? Watch this. Ready? Pew! Got him! Got him! Still makes me happy. Oh, still makes me happy. I could just watch that over and over and over again. Awful people can't be straight shooters. Kind of. Sure they can. I mean, I don't know what has to happen at this point. I mean, here's kind of some of, like, the bottom line, takeaways at the moment. Here's what we know. As of right now, obviously, Kat is on the block. It's Kat versus Sam. Sam's going home as of right now, Monday. Sure, Thursday is very far away, but I don't see much happening. I really feel they would be stupid to take out Sam. I mean, well, Kat, they'd be stupid to take out Sam. I think Sam will always be 100% loyal to Nick, Nicole, over Holly, Jack Jackson, those people. I think Kat could be swayed by like a Holly, a Sis, whereas there is really no one to sway her to really be loyal to Cliff, Nicole, yada, yada, yada. Do we know what they're voting on? We do not know what they are voting on. We do not know what we are voting on yet, based on the fact that they did not tell us on Sunday night show. To me means the voting is going to open on Thursday, and it is not going to impact this week at all. Dee Dee says, Cat can be swayed by a strong breeze. Right. Okay, so, for starters, we are aware that Tommy and Christy, who I believe now are coming out of their poison ivy treatment. I believe they're allowed to start taking it off now. So they're coming out of their treatment, but a little bit of their game is being exposed to people. Holly and Jackson, that seed has been planted. You can't unplant the seed that Kat told them, that Tommy and Christy want to go against couples and not go far. Jack now kind of also knows that. So we're glad that that information has leaked out. So we have Christy that kind of wants to go against Jackson. We have Jackson that wants to go against Christy. We have Holly who wants to go against Jack because she feels like Jack is very much running this game, but also feels like it's too early. We kind of also have all of them on that side admitting they want Nicole to go almost before Nick. A lot of them saying that they feel Nicole is the bigger threat, the more manipulative person in this game, which again blows my mind. I do not understand why these people think that at all. No clue. Do I really think Nicole will go before Nick? No, I don't. I will say Christy, in one of her arguments yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, she was saying she thinks it's absolutely ridiculous, looking back now, that they took out Bella over Nick. And I was like, yeah, moron. That's what I said to all of you. So stupid that you took out Bella, who's a target, and who will be useless without Nick. Yet you left Nick in. So stupid. That was such a horrible play for that week. Whatever. Wait, hold on. They keep saying it's too early to make a move against each other, but what are they waiting for? For all the numbers they could possibly have to pull it off are gone. Yeah, that's real smart. Well, no, Dana. For Holly and Jackson, they are correct. This is not the time to make the move. For last week for Cliff, it was his only play. It was either you go against them and you have then a chance to have the numbers on your side, or you've given them the numbers for the rest of the game. So yes, Holly is in a position now where their side finally has the numbers. But if she were to go against her alliance right now and, let's say, put out Jackson or Jack or any of those people, it's just going to put them right back into the position they were in last week, where, God forbid, a Nick or a Sam or Nicole wins HOH, then they could get the numbers advantage over their side. So really, that group of the 6 of them, they really need to take away one more number from Nicole, Cliff, Nick, Sam, Jess sort of deal. They need to take away one number from them this week to solidify them having the numbers to the end of the game, pretty much. So it would not make sense for Holly to go against one of her own this week. Why put a divide in their group and then let the outsiders, try and pick those people up and then come against them? It doesn't really make sense. I'm hoping that Nicole wins HOH or veto next week. She needed a little boost. Veto doesn't matter next week because Christy can still control it. So sure. I don't I don't think Nicole's going to win in HOH. She seems very defeated. I mean, Nicole was crying again today. So, I mean, that's kind of what you missed yesterday leading up until today. You didn't really miss a lot on the feeds this morning, the 30th. But again, we'll go over more about today because usually the drama doesn't start until now, late at night. But Holly has a new rash. Holly now has hives all over her body, including in her vagina. Again. Which is apparently this time from an allergic reaction to the POV, which was hay. They had to jump on sheep. It involves sheep and hay. Apparently, Holly is allergic to hay. Holly, the cowgirl, whose intro was her jumping over hay bales on a horse. She's allergic to hay. That's the story we're going with. Could possibly be STD related. So that's what you've missed. A new outbreak. A new outbreak in the house. Holly has, hay allergy. That's going to be my new thing. Hay allergy. For those of you that watch Kathy Griffin or like Kathy Griffin shows, used to say, whenever I'm getting, whenever celebrities get plastic surgery done, they always say they're getting dental work done. Because people accept, you got to be out of commission for a while with dental work, and people accept that, and plastic surgery is different. Well, I think I have a hay allergy is the new I have an STD. So that's just going to be my new thing. When the season changes and if I get my mouth herpy back, I'm just going to go, sorry everyone, it's a hay allergy. Boy, the hay allergy is really acting up in my vagina. Because you know how in the competition our vaginas are hanging out and we're rubbing them on the hay. Makes sense. Beth. Please. I felt a little bit bad. For Holly on last night's episode when she was like, I miss my family, but, I'm a cowgirl and we're strong people and we don't talk about our feelings and yada, yada, yada. And I was with her on all of that until she was like, I don't cry and, because we're strong and strong people don't cry. And then I was like, well, that's not true. But I still feel bad that you feel like you're in a family dynamic where you can't express your emotions and crying is weakness. Maybe that's why you have to get love from a diseased penis. Talk more about feelings, Holly. And then you'll know that you're worth more than Jackson's hay allergy penis. That's what I'm saying. Her coochie is gonna have scars. Says the chat, not me. But I'll change the name to protect the innocent. It was from Meaty. So yeah, I don't really think there was anything good. I mean, the house guests have only woken up a few hours ago, and that's pretty much it. Yes, Holly was wavering back and forth for a hot second. Oh, do I really go Kat? Do I go Nicole? Blah, blah, blah. People were going up into her room, making last-minute ditches. I don't think you guys really need the play-by-play on all of these conversations. I've given you the meat and potatoes for this day. I've given you the meat and the potatoes of this day. Unless you guys in chat have any other questions that I am happy to answer for you. Is there anything that you're confused about? Is there anything that you need to know? Is there anything that you're like, oh, you didn't talk about this and I really wanted you to? I get hay fever from straw, and it's never a rash. Well, yeah, I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie. It's funny that her hay fever acted up after she's been sleeping with Jackson again. How did you like how she told Jackson not to talk without her there? I did like that she is kind of taking a stand a little bit against Jackson. It's not enough. It's not enough. I mean, again, a lot of people were like, ooh, Christy's going to use her power and get Jackson on that block against, on Holly's HOH. Oh, that's never happening, people. I don't know what world you think that's going to happen in. I would have loved it if she would have put up Sis. That would have been funny. Sam is giving the lowdown on Christy to Sis right now on the live feed, says JJ Wisconsin. Good. We'll cover that on tomorrow's show. You read my comment. I'm good. How did Kat end up being the one Holly put up? Did Kat know she was going to go up? Yes, Dana, you should go back and watch the beginning of this show. Kat volunteered. Kat volunteered to be the one to go up. She wants to show her loyalty. She knows that Sam is going to be the target, so she is fine with volunteering. Side note, she also thinks that the moon landing is fake and Tupac is still alive. So I don't know if we should be trusting her judgment on things, but it's what she feels, and it's what's happening, and it's done. How did she get a rash in her private area from the hay if she was covered? Yeah, Annie, keep up. That's what I just said. That was literally what I just said. Unless she was playing in the POV with her vagina out, I don't think that's what happened. I think it's an STD. And apparently, and I don't know if this is true, and I feel like it was JJ that told me this when we were on Twitch last night, that Tommy competing in the POV is not going to be shown because he was disqualified because he jumped on a sheep. Because apparently the HOH the POV is about like corralling sheep, and apparently like Tommy jumped on one of the sheep and hurt them, so he ended up getting disqualified. And they're not going to be able to show it on TV so that PETA doesn't come and attack them? That's interesting. Crotchless panties would be my guess. What? Tupac is not alive. Tackle a sheep. Oh my god, she really does have a rash. Poor sheep. Okay, perfect. All right, let me wrap this up because we're almost going into like an hour and a half for just this simple live feed update show. But don't go anywhere, chat room, because I'm going to come back and I have a question to ask you that impacts all of you in this chat right here. So let me just say, I will see all of you guys back here tomorrow for our next daily live feed update show on TV Co. If you're watching this in the future, it's yourrealityrecaps.com/TVCo to download the app. It's all new now. You can turn it sideways, landscape. The chat is below the video now. They have made some improvements that you guys have been asking for, so make sure you check that out. Of course, we will also be live on YouNow like we are every single day. I'll be on there later tonight. If you missed any of these shows and you want to check them out, yourrealityrecaps.com/BB21. The Paul Show is now posted there. You can get flashback times, trash draft, see where you're ranking in the trash draft, all that good stuff, spoiler graphic, everything is over on that page. And of course, you can change the /BB21, the / whatever season you want to see the shows about that season. And if you are watching on YouTube, thumbs up and subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the bell. That is super helpful when you guys watch the whole show on YouTube, as is a 5-star rating and a nice review on iTunes. Leave comments on our website. We really appreciate that. Or you can become a patron, yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Tons of exclusive content and stuff that I explained at the beginning of the show. So go back and watch it if you missed it. Of all you get for being a patron, or one-time donation on PayPal or Amazon. It's all in that intro at the beginning, which you should have already listened to. Of course, just sharing on social media, such a big help. Posting our stuff on platforms you might not see it on, that we're not even aware of, is great. Or telling your friends and family, all great ways to help support the show. I will see you guys later tonight on YouNow, or back here tomorrow. Oh, and did I say Wednesday we have OV? Well, if I didn't, we do. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.